Alright, welcome back everyone to Final Fantasy III. On the last episode, we went into the subterranean lake and retrieved the Horn of Ice. And my job level at the end of that video got me up to, it was like 33, but I did do some grinding here. Now that my job level, if your thief has a job level of I think it's like 31 to 33, you can actually start stealing better items. And hey, look at that. 7 Antarctic winds. So I'm gonna show you really quick how to get these. Now, pretty much any enemy that you fight here on this like northern sea, you can pretty much steal these items. In fact, I think it's possible to steal an Arctic wind, but I think the only guy that carries that is this enemy here. And I think it's a rare steal because I fought this guy like 4 times and I haven't gotten one yet. I think this is a rare encounter, but I've actually encountered, this is like my 4th or 5th time actually encountering him. So, see, guard, steal. Once you get your job levels to the 30s, here, you'll see. You'll get to steal some pretty good items. And look at that, an Antarctic wind. Now that Arctic wind seems to be a rare steal, so I don't know. I'm not too pressed for them. I already got like 8 of these, so that's more than enough for this upcoming area. You just guard and guard. Yeah, at this point, they're starting to do pretty good damage. As you can see, Art got plenty of hits in. Lunif gets 9 hits in, doing 500 damage. Very nice. So yeah, like I said, job levels are your bread and butter. Look at that, Lunik and Arc. And Ingus leveled up. Urfi will be leveling up soon as well. And this is a very good level to tackle this upcoming dungeon. Now, his agility has skyrocketed, and now it seems that Arc is actually getting priority. He seems to be going first for the most part, which is nice. That's how I want it, especially when I'm trying to steal items. Alright, so I forgot to mention, on the way back you're going to see a shadow following you. You're probably wondering what that's all about. In fact, it's following me right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and give them back that Horn of Ice. In fact, before I do that, I wanna... There's a few things I wanna get. And you wanna rest at the end, so you're fully prepared for the next dungeon. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy 2 more of these. You don't necessarily need this, but I recommend it if you have the gil. Putting those on will greatly reduce the damage that that fire breath does. If you're not like fully equipped, then that thing could do up to like 300 damage, which it's about how much HP you'll have at this point. Funny enough, I was on Amazon getting some of the essentials that I need, and I saw Tales of Symphonia remastered for 15 bucks, so I had to jump on that. I've played Tales of Symphonia, I've gotten like 30 hours into it, but I seem to have lost my save file, unfortunately. But that's a while back. Even if I had that save file, I'd be pretty lost, so I don't mind playing through that again. Tales of Symphonia was a lot of fun. I can definitely see it. It seems to be like the Final Fantasy VII of the Tales series. I think it's like the most popular one. I really enjoyed it. The characters were nice in the world map, and definitely want to get around to beating it, so glad I was able to pick it up for that price. Now I think just Tales of Berseria is the only Tales game I'm missing on PS4. I do want to eventually get Exilia 1 and 2 on the PS3. Although, isn't there an HD remaster coming out of those too? I hope. Hey, what is this? Same guy ended up teleporting back. Thought you were dead. Now both horns are mine. So that shadow that was following us was him the whole time. And this dirty bastard ended up stealing the 2 horns. Ward against the fire crystal's flame. They are the key to the tunnel leading to the crystal. Yeah, it looks like he's after the crystal, but hey, so are we. If we're gonna beat him to it. Again, remember this area, after this fire dungeon, we will be back. So just make sure you're fully healed up and stuff, and look at that. Finally at the levels where we're starting to get some decent charges. Blizzara is going to be our best friend against this upcoming boss. In fact, anything you have Ice Elemental will be really nice against this upcoming boss. At this point, I am getting plenty of hits in, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that axe back on. Let's see, Viking axe. You could put, well, this is fire elemental. Gives you the highest attack, but where we're going, everything is fire, so keep this trifling on, or turfing. The amount of times I played this game, my brain is I used to think it was trifling, but I was reading it wrong. Alright, so now you want to go up north here. Let's go ahead and save our game, because like I said earlier, you cannot save inside of dungeons in case something horribly goes wrong. This is your first time playing, this is a very tough boss. Definitely one of the hardest bosses you will fight in this game. Alright. And you want to bring a lot of potions with you, because you're going to end up burning a lot of your white magic here. See, 19 spell charges and 82 potions, that's more than enough. Because this is one of these dungeons where you take damage if you step on certain things. As you can see, there is lava. I do believe you pick up a few Antarctic winds here. Let's see, advance, attack, guard. And I noticed, I think I ran out of arrows, unfortunately, so I got to go back and fix that. Just have you guard for now. Look at that, 12 hits. Excellent. Him getting 6 hits in, which is pretty nice with the axe. In fact, I don't know, I might take out the axe because there is a weapon we get in here, and having 2 swords, you get a lot more hits in. Lunef's job level has increased, nice. As well as Ingus's. It's Antarctic Wind, yep. Awesome, now we got plenty of those. You want to make your way through here. As you see, we are taking damage, which is unfortunate. Yeah, I get that going, yeah, good. I should have cast a blizzard spell as well. Awesome, nice crits. Yeah, they can handle it. But yeah, Ingus is really nice here as well with his ice spells. And he put Ark to sleep. That sucks. Ark's job level has increased. And awesome, Murphia is up to speed. Keep taking damage, so you're gonna constantly want to be healing. You're gonna quickly burn up your potions during this, so do a mix of both. Yeah, back to full health. And here we have another Antarctic Wind. So I just opened up my map. I wanna make sure I get all the chests in here. See, advance, attack, guard, just so it'll show you. Blizzard is anything ice elemental is your best friend in this dungeon. Especially enemies like this who have pretty high defense. But look at that. Awesome. Able to finish him in one turn. In fact, I'm gonna allow, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna let Lunef and Ingus finish up here because I'm curious to see what the enemies in here have to steal. So continuing here, taking damage. Fortunately, there's no float spell here in this game. Let me fix my auto battle. Advance. I want to have you steal, guard, and blizzard all because I don't think Lunef can kill them in one hit. He will soon, but nice bomb fragment. Now you can see why I was emphasizing the importance of the thief job because that is awesome. Those items will definitely get put to use very soon. Guard, and you should be able to finish this off, Lunef. And that's what I meant. He seems to be going first. Oh wow. Put us to sleep. He seems to be going first over everyone, so his agility is pretty high, and it's definitely showing now. But nice, we got 2 bomb fragments. At this point, you do want to hoard your elemental items. I mean, you can use a lot of your ice elemental ones, but unless you plan on using a scholar, the boss after this upcoming boss is pretty annoying. He likes to change his elemental weakness, so we won't be having that. Let's see, want to make short work of that boss. Let's see what that red guy has to steal. Let's see, are you still advancing? Yep. Steal. I should have done a blizzard spell. And you failed to steal, of course. And yeah, I don't even know what he has now, but at least this isn't like Final Fantasy IX. I love that game. That's one of my favorite Final Fantasies, but the steal rate is atrocious. Look at that, I got a high potion. In fact, when I get to Let's Play in that game, I am definitely gonna be editing it out and only showing you the steal items. Otherwise, the videos are gonna be 10-20 minutes longer because it takes a long time. A long ass time to steal in Final Fantasy IX. Oof. But in Final Fantasy IX, you definitely want to steal because every boss has like armor and weapons and stuff you can steal, so it's pretty much essential. And Zidane has that thief ability. Thievery, I think it's called. You need to steal like, if you steal like 600 plus times, you can get that doing all nines. Let's see, yeah, you want to come down here. Healing in the process. This is what encounter with another sea turtle. I'm curious what he has to steal. Steal, guard, if I can steal it. Nice, another Antarctic wind. Awesome. Funny you can steal that and use that on the boss. And I didn't realize I was guarding with Lunith. I don't think Art can finish this by himself, so just go ahead and do this. Now, these jobs are actually at a pretty high level, so I'm not too concerned with like trying to maximize on every single turn. In fact, none of these jobs would be in my final party. But having a high level thief job is pretty good. Definitely has this utility. Alright, look at that. A freezing blade. Definitely throwing that on. In fact, I'm gonna get rid of this Viking axe. Attack power is pretty high, but as you can see, it's only one lower than the, or one higher than the freezing blade. Of course, everything's weak to ice here, so we're gonna do a lot of damage. And since we're attacking with two swords, as opposed to the axe, we'll be getting more hits in. So Lunith is actually gonna be doing some fairly good damage right about now. In fact, let's see, advance, steal, should be able to kill him in one turn now. Go ahead and cast Blizzard. Nice, got another Antarctic wind. Might want to look at that. Damn, close to 800 damage. Might want to save some level 1 black magic with ingots in case you run out of your level 3. Because we only have 4 spell charges of Blizzara. Although I don't see him surviving all those turns. This upcoming boss does have a lot of HP. I think it's like close to 6,000. I want to see what this red guy has to steal. Wasn't able to steal last time, unfortunately. This is a fairly long dungeon, so yeah, you definitely want to make sure you're fully healed. And that you have plenty of spell charges. I don't think I'm going to steal in time, but that's okay. He probably just has high potion, bomb arm or something. Yeah, low on HP. See, nice job level. Now I wonder if I'm gonna get Refuel's job level to, it'll probably be like in the 90s by the time we get to like the Earth Crystal. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Got ourselves a high potion, nice. Got ourselves a new enemy, that looks a lot like the enemy inside of that that cave that we went in previously on the last episode. You guys should be capable of finishing him in one hit. Okay, nice, got another bomb fragment. Oh, that is not good. I do not remember him being able to turn you to, or being able to petrify you. That is unfortunate. Let's see, oh, not the damage I was expecting. Doesn't look like I want to play around with these guys. Alright, what am I doing? I need to take out the other guy first. Okay, he didn't turn us to stone there, nice. Attack. Yeah, let's get this guy out of here. Luna should do plenty of damage. Okay, good thing he didn't turn into stone right there. Alright, awesome. And I should heal right about now. Already starting to burn through magic. Now you want to avoid that to the left, that's where to go. Nice, and Phoenix down, you can't buy those, pick that up. Another one of these enemies, that guy is a bit problematic. I don't think, I still want to steal. These are very valuable items. Nice, another bomb fragment. We take those. Alright, 311. Should have stole from the other guy, damn. Now I can't steal from this guy, but oh well. Luna's probably gonna go before Ark, who knows? Oh no, Ark is pretty damn fast, isn't he? Look at that. I think that's the first time we've done that much damage. But don't worry, plenty more of that to be seen. In fact, Lunif can very easily do that damage very soon. Yeah, these guys don't see advance, attack. Once I get to the next room, I think I'm gonna start showing these encounters. Alright, let's see. Nice. Very good damage. Awesome, he was able to kill him in one hit. Got a Jalo for Ingus. Alright, on to the it's pretty much like the final room. It's kind of a long stretch, but if I get into any more fights, I'm gonna actually edit them out. Alright. Continuing forward. But this is for your monk. We don't use them, but as I was saying, yeah, that weapon is for your monk. Look at that, taking quite a bit of damage. Awesome, another Phoenix down. We're still doing pretty good on spell charges. This is pretty much the end of this dungeon. Want to go ahead and touch this rock. And start preparing yourself for a pretty insane boss fight. I mean, I don't know, if you play like a decent amount of RPGs, you'll kind of quickly, you can kind of figure this out. Essentially, this game wants you to understand that everything here is fire elemental, everything here is weak to ice, and if you have anything that attacks with ice, you can absolutely cheese through this boss, and it's kind of necessary because this guy has a lot of HP. Now, I don't believe we get into any encounters in here. If we do, I'm just gonna run away, but let's go ahead and get set up for this boss fight here. Remember when I bought these ice shields? This is one of the reasons why I bought them. Definitely put them to use. Now look at that defense, 45 and 46. Put them in the back row, so physical attacks will do very minimal damage to them. Magic defense 26, so not everyone has very good magic defense. We should be able to take a fire breath. Only thing I'm really worried about is these guys getting hit physically, because Rafia and Ingus have pretty low magic defense. Other than that though, we should be ready. Let me make sure I'm fully healed. How many Antarctic winds do I have? 12? Yeah, this guy doesn't, it's not stand a chance. I was able to stock up on 5 bomb fragments. Now I just need to remember who has Zeus's Wrath, so I can go ahead and steal those. Hey, look at that. Very familiar music. There's a crystal in this room. I did want to check, did I fully, yeah, I completely ran out of iron arrows, which I can buy, but damn, yeah, I should have bought some. I'm not going to be attacking anytime soon, but it's nice to have. Alright. Time for one of the more intense boss fights of the run. I have the power of fire. I can feel it coursing through my veins. Alright, here we go. I hope it is the last time we fight him. Don't worry though, once you beat him now, you're beaten for good. And wow, just look at this ugly boss. This boss gives me nightmares, man, from the amount of times that it took me to beat him the first time I played through this game. Again, like I said, this is my first JRPG, and this boss is a huge difficulty spike. But unfortunately, or fortunately for us, he's actually weak to ice. So I can absolutely take that, or use that to my advantage. Look at all these Antarctic winds I use. I got definitely gonna put into use now, and Blizzara. Our defenses are pretty good, so let's see how we fare. He has like 6,000 HP. Nice, look at that damage, 600. I'm guessing this would do like 800, 900, no, 700. What was that, 1300, 1900. Yeah, he will not survive long. 2600. Wow, look at that damage. He didn't do fire breath, surprisingly. See, Antarctic wind. I don't even have to heal at this point. Another round of this and he'll be very close to dying, if not dead. And that was what I was worried about. Yikes. It's kind of odd that he hasn't done fire breath yet. I don't have auto battle on. Man, her Antarctic wind did a lot of damage. Now there is a chance that I might die, or not fully die, but Rafia's not gonna make it. How much damage? I've already done like 5,000, so I wish I had a high potion. I don't think I have any. Damn, that sucks. Oh, I do. Don't think. Actually, Ark is the fastest, so he's the one that should be tossing that. Use an Antarctic wind, see if I can get a high potion in time. I prefer to get through this fight with no deaths, but you do Akira. There's no way he's surviving another Antarctic wind and Blizzard spell. I kind of hope he actually uses fire breath so I could show you, but I don't think he's gonna have the chance. Nope. I doubt he's surviving this. And look at that. Now he does have a fire breath attack, which you have to be careful with, because it does a lot of damage. Although it wouldn't have done a lot of damage to my party because my magic defense was absolutely beefed up for this point. Lunif and Art gained a level. Pretty much everyone gained a job level. In fact, their magic defense was on par with the mages, which is pretty good. Of course, I had to put on shields to get to that level. And just like that, defeated Gutsko, and we got ourselves the Horns of Ice. And here is the Fire Crystal. The second of the 4 crystals. The first one was the Wind, this is the Fire one. I will bless you with the light contained within my eternal flames. So yeah, you pretty much know what he's saying at this point. And at this point you get you see a common trend. The crystal is the one that's blessing you with new jobs, so let's see what we got this time. You have been blessed with the power of fire. Now you don't get as access to as many jobs as last time. Last time we got 6. This time we have 4 additional. The Knight, Thief, or not the Thief. I thought this would be organized. The Knight, Scholar, the Geomancer, and the Ranger. Don't know why the Ranger is above the Thief, but yeah. Now the Lunif, the Warrior has a pretty good job level right now, but the Knight is a much better job than the Warrior if you ask me, so we're gonna go ahead and change him. In fact, this is one of my main jobs. I will not change Lunif unless I'm in a situation. In fact, I'm gonna change him when I have to use that Dragoon, but once I'm done with that, I'll turn it back into a Knight. Fortunately, Knights can use axes, but I'm not the biggest fan of axes. So 32. I don't think yeah. So ice and fire. Actually, we're gonna be fighting a lot of thunder elements, so I think it's better to put this on. We'll be on the ocean. We're gonna get some really good equipment for this guy, so trust me, he'll have even much better defense than this. Go ahead and get you back to normal, put you guys in the front row. Oh, he was already in, I think I already put him in the front row, but yeah, so the knight has access to low level white magic. For some reason in the Pixel Remaster version they actually removed that, but as you can see he has 11 charges of level 1, so I like to use him to cure outside of battles. I think it's up to level 3. I think he can use cure, I'm not sure, I don't remember, but there's that. He has a very high vitality. As you can see, it's going to take 4 battles to adjust, but even so, his vitality is still the highest out of every other character, and high vitality corresponds to having higher HP increases when you level up, which is very important. In fact, that's one of the main reasons why I like to main this job, but he also has access to a lot of the stuff that the warrior can equip, and you can get him easily doing all 9s eventually as well. Ranger, bows, elemental arrows. I'm not the biggest fan of this job though. Scholar, he has the study ability so you can find out enemies' weaknesses, and he does like double damage to enemies if you use like elemental items. Geomancer is actually pretty decent. In fact, these 2 jobs are pretty good for this upcoming area, but I'm still not going to use them. Geomancer attacks with the surrounding terrain, so you can get stuff like Shadow Flare when you fight in like dark areas, which is a really good attack, but again it's kind of random. I like the design for Lunif as a knight. But yeah, that pretty much sums it up for this episode. On the next episode we're going to continue on, and yeah, pretty much ends it here. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.